Outside in my garden, soil is king. The meticulous and diligent care of this precious resource is what allows me to grow the ridiculous levels of bounty that I do. However, all this here is but one way to grow and harvest your veggies. While soilless grow systems have been around for decades, true hydroponic setups have been completely out of reach for the average grower. But that all changes today, my friends. Using the deep water complete hydroponic bucket system from Vivosun, we're going to attempt to grow the most epic heads of lettuce possible. Lettuce has been on my mind a lot lately, and this year it's just gone bonkers. Just in the first half of this year alone, I've grown over 100 heads of lettuce. And this is good, because it's going to afford me a trained eye on the progression of the crop. Not only that, it'll be a fresh comparison to its compatriots that have only been growing in the soil outside for the last 5 months. Right now is the perfect time to do this. I can already tell this is going to be a good one, and it's likely going to expand into a few videos. Of course, we're going to start right from scratch with seed germination, covering everything along the way. Light setup, system configuration, and everything in between. If you ever wanted to grow veggies hydroponically and you didn't know how to get started, then this is the video series for you. So join me today as once again we grow some lettuce, this time a little bit differently. This video today was only made possible thanks to the good folks at Vivosun. Designing reliable and superior horticultural products for the home growers like you and me, Vivosun is revolutionizing indoor growing as we know it. Hey, take it from someone who knows. True grow-it-yourselfers demand the highest quality. So check out Vivosun and all the products they offer in the link below. Hey, before we get going here, let's discuss what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish, and what exactly is hydroponics. As most of you know, hydroponics is the growing of terrestrial plants in just water. It's nothing new, with techniques dating back to Babylon, Aztec Mexico, and even ancient Egypt. In contrast to a soil-based agriculture where the plants are anchored by the medium and feed themselves by extracting nutrients from the soil, hydroponic systems grow crops in a bath, where the roots are submerged in a nutrient solution containing all the plants need. As a soilless, water-based farming practice, hydroponics has some distinct advantages over traditional agriculture, regardless of the scale. Hydroponic growing can save space, conserve water, result in fewer chemicals used overall per pound of harvest, faster crop cycles, no soil-borne diseases or afflictions, and of course, no weeds. Now, no system is perfect, but it's pretty hard to ignore the advantages of a soilless system, even coming from a die-hard soil lover like myself. I just hope that during the course of a short crop cycle like lettuce, we get to see some of those advantages firsthand. Okay, so we have a general idea of what hydroponics is and the advantages that it can bring. How do we get started? Well, for most things in your garden, you get started with the plants. However, most hydroponic systems, rarely are you ever doing anything directly from seed. The germination and subsequent early growth of young plants is delicate business. Today we're going to be growing lettuce, so let's set them up first. Like we said, rarely are you ever germinating the seeds within the hydroponic system itself, so we're going to have to start the lettuce seeds early elsewhere. These guys are easy to get going, requiring only moist soil and room temperatures. The first thing I do to get started is to create these little compostable pots from just paper towel rolls. They're super easy to make, cost nothing, and they're going to be able to be inserted into the hydroponic system no problem. I cut the paper towel rolls into 3 or 4 inch sections and then make 4 1-inch slits on the bottom. Fold those flaps in and voila, instant mini pot. Brilliant. I then go ahead and fill them with a cocoa coir dominant mix, right to the surface, slightly packed down. No need for excess nutrients here. The lettuce seeds have all they need to live for 2 weeks after germination. And then by that time, the nutrients in the hydroponic system are going to be available to them. Pre-soak those little pots, and in 20 minutes, they're going to be ready for planting. Paris Island co-romaine and salad bowl red lettuce have been my go-tos this year. I haven't had a fail plant yet, and I'm not about to start now. Couple seeds in the center right near the surface to ensure germination, water from below, and the plants are all set up. Okay, while the lettuce is doing its thing, let's have a look at that hydroponic grow system from Vivosun. The Vivosun DWC kit is all based on these 5-gallon black buckets. It's a 2-in-1 deep water recirculating drip system designed for fast growth. A single 25-liter air pump oxygenates the water, and it's going to be key to getting that explosive growth. Vivosun has made this setup to be super easy, but I'm just going to go through a dry run here as our lettuce isn't quite ready yet. First up, clean water will go into the bucket up to the 9.5-inch mark. After that, the clay pebbles go in. We'll put a well-started lettuce plant right in the center, and then we can hook up all our tubing and irrigation rings. On the outside of the buckets, Vivosun has provided the option of a water level float indicator. This is super important to ensuring that the roots are always submerged. I like it. With everything pre-drilled and pre-cut, Vivosun has made this super easy. However, I do need to find a spot to put it. And for that location, these guys can be set up anywhere. Inside the greenhouse, out on your patio, pretty much anywhere that you can get light. But for this cycle, I'm going indoor growing all the way. So I'm going to have to clean up the grow tent and dust off those grow lights. Because I'm always actively growing, utilizing every spare inch of space I got, I'm perennially between crops. As such, even my indoor spaces aren't immune to the cleanup process. So first things first, we gotta clean up the space. These quad 5-gallon bucket systems fit absolutely perfect in the 2x4x8 grow tents, so that's where mine's gonna go. A little cleanup and some cardboard on the bottom to protect from spills, and the space is ready for the system. With the buckets in place, I'll go ahead and fill those center traps with the clay pebbles, and our dry run setup is good for now. Because we're growing indoors, even with lettuce, we're gonna need supplemental light. Twin Vivosun VS1000s should do the trick nicely and be more than enough light for this setup. If you're going to be using this hydroponic system outdoors, or even in a greenhouse, you can likely skip the light step. The included hanging pulley system allows for easy on-the-fly height adjustments. This is great because we can get the lights as close or as far away from the foliage as need be. So as the lettuce starts to grow, we can adjust accordingly. All right, we're pretty much set up here. Just gonna have to wait for the lettuce to sprout and get itself established. In part 2 of this hydroponic series, we'll go over the planting of that lettuce, as well as the nutrients, the maintenance, the light schedule, and everything else that's required to grow this lettuce hydroponically. This batch of lettuce is gonna turn out awesome, of that I have no doubt. But if there's any other crops out there that you want seen grown hydroponically this way, leave it in the comments down below. I'm up for any challenge that you guys can throw at me. Hey, thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate the support more than you know. And if you're getting value from these videos, please like and share them to spread the word and help your fellow gardener to grow better.